What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. It is the 30th day of May. And here we are at about $1.34. Not a whole lot's changed, has it, since we've last talked? Even in the last months that we've talked about, it's just in the same area that it's been. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. 8 hours left in this day. $1.34 the price, with a high on the day of $1.36.4. Will we push higher? Are we pushing lower? We'll get into all that, right? Right now, what we're pushing is sideways. We're just pushing sideways. So for the foreseeable future, we'll probably just continue to push sideways. I don't assume that XRP is going to see any type of dramatic drop below $1. If something like this happens, I would expect that it is oh so barely below $1 and you come back up really quick. Like I don't personally see that happening. We'll probably show more signs of weakness and readiness before. If that does happen, if we do look like we're going to go below $1, we'll probably see more signs before then, enough to kind of give us a bit of a warning, a heads up before that happens. But for the time being, let's just treat this like exactly how it should be treated, like we're in a range. We've got lows of this range. We've got highs. I can draw straight lines, but not on TradingView. Let's see. Straight line here, resistance. Straight line here, support, right? Support and resistance zone somewhere in this area. Every time that we are above this line, it's been a good time to sell. Anytime that we're below this line, it's been a good time to buy. We're at the lower line. Let's assume that we probably move to the upside. That's the assumption here. We're at $1.34. We probably see movements over the coming days, maybe even over the coming weeks, that take us back to about $1.51, $1.50, $1.60. A little bit higher, a little bit lower, whatever. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and then we'll zoom out from there, okay? 1 hour time frame here, $1.34. Finding support at prior resistance. Okay, finding support at prior resistance there. You're moving up, a little bit of volume coming in here, moving up here, a little bit of volume coming in here, moving up, a little bit of volume coming in here, moving down, not so much volume. And on top of that, you're finding support at prior resistance. This looks good. This is decent structure. Okay, I would assume it continues. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. The RSI also showing some decent structure. We've got higher lows here. Of course, you got the higher highs there as well. I would assume that you do make your way back to that overbought zone. We look at the stochastics. Stochastics are a bit bearish here at the oversold zone, but really with all this bullish structure going on, you've reset yourself and you're ready to go higher. That's what it seems like to me. The MACD, bullish overall. Yes, you're a little bit red here, but whatever. You're still bullish overall. 4 hour time frame. The MACD is starting to turn a bullish tide. You are coming up. You've got a nice little trend here with your oscillators, and you look like you want to see this break through the zero line. It looks like you want to go up through there. Anytime we break through the zero, whether it's to the downside or the upside, we get some significant price action here. Well, typically, I shouldn't say anytime, but almost always. You break above the zero here, moved sideways for a little bit, but inevitably you went from a price of $1.39 to $1.45. We might see a surge like that, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but over this coming week, we could definitely see that happen. Stochastics are overbought. They look strong. They look good. The RSI also taking a bit of a more bullish turn as opposed to its recent iterations here, not just getting above the 50 and finding resistance above there, not just getting above it and finding resistance there, but actually thriving above the 50. Love to see that. You've still been getting oversold and not been getting overbought, so overall you kind of have a bearish dynamic, but you look more bullish here than you have in a second, and your volume's building as you're moving up. So that's all good stuff, all good things. We want to see you move higher. That's the idea. From this relative high here to this relative low here, 382 resistance, that's what you've done. Maybe 236 support. Maybe you go a little bit lower. You at $1.34. Maybe you go to $1.32. Maybe. If that doesn't happen, don't hold your breath over it, because I'm not really seeing too many bearish signals on the 1 hour or the 4 hour. But sure, maybe you go a little bit lower. Sure, but high here, low there, probably up to the golden ratio. That would be $1.43 to $1.46, and of course you could go higher than that in time. We could see a little bit of momentum building there. Zooming out, you can see that there is an overall lower high dynamic coming in here with XRP. Now you saw a higher high here. You could continue that. Maybe you do go up to $1.63, but even then, even if you get a higher high, you're still just going to be finding resistance in this area here. So whether it's $1.63, $1.43, something in that range, 10 cents to 20 cents, sorry, 10 cents to 30 cents is the expectation of growth here in the very immediate term, probably over this next week or two, if I really had to guess. Daily time frame. Looking at this, bouncing off the oversold zone. XRP loves to bounce off the oversold zone. Stochastics looking bullish here. The MACD is worthless. It's useless. We're choppy and sideways. I'm not even going to weigh in on that. We look at the, my camera, my phone died. So I do not have a camera at the moment. Let's see. Let me see here. Yep, it just looks the way it looks. That's okay. Was I sideways that whole time? I'm looking at the camera and it looked like I was sideways. I wonder if the camera... I don't know. That would be weird. Anyways, no more camera. So looking at this on the daily time frame, the MACD is turning a little bit bullish here. You're playing off of this bullish divergence you have on your MACD, right, with the price action here. I would expect some type of pop comes from this inevitably, and you probably do move to this $1.80 area, maybe even up to $2. I do believe that that will happen inevitably, but who's to say that that happens anytime soon? It could be, you know, August or July that we see that take shape. The stochastics are reset at the oversold zone. The RSI is kind of interesting here because it does seem as though you've broken out of this momentary downtrend here. And whenever we broke out of this momentary downtrend, we look at this over here, you didn't move up immediately. You didn't have this move up immediately. You took some time. But here, you know, we have taken some time. We've broken out. We've taken some time. Any week now, you should see, I think, a nice little pump up. And XRP, I would expect, goes anywhere from like $1.78 there to, I mean, I guess maybe above $2. We could see something that is a little bit above $2. I took that target away. I took that assumption away. But just looking at it here on the weekly time frame, I think that it's somewhat expected, acceptable to expect. $1.75, $1.76 or higher. I mean, maybe we get up to 234, the golden ratio there. I highly doubt that we'd get above there. I'm having a hard time imagining us getting too far above $2, but something in that $1.75, $2 range I could certainly see happening. At any rate, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.